Do I have to give up my nerd card if I just now watched this? Planet of the Apes, starring Charlton Heston, Kim Hunter, Roddy McDowall, Maurice Evans, Linda Harrison, and directed by Franklin Schaffner. The original Planet of the Apes has now spawned 9 movies and a television show based on the concept. The first movie was based off of a French novel written by Pierre Boulle. The story in the film centers around a group of astronauts who are flung into space on a relativistic journey, and then arrive at a planet ruled by apes. Man on the world is mute and acts more like apes on the current Earth. Heston's character is captured by the apes, and he must learn and then escape ape civilization or risk being lobotomized. I'm not sure why I never sat down and watched the classic from start to finish. I had seen portions, but never the entire movie. Planet of the Apes holds up extremely well, and the social commentary the story provides is still relevant today. The movie is a sci-fi masterpiece, and many of the themes found in the film still resonate today. Some of the leading apes in the film know humans once ruled the planet and suppressed the information. They hinder ape scientists from finding out more information from the past and stigmatize it as religious heresy if they defy their orders. This is an interesting discussion point, using religion to suppress science for the common good. I don't agree with it, but it is something to ponder. Science has given us the ability to destroy ourselves with the atomic bomb. It has also given numerous other good things, like the ability to film and broadcast myself across the world. This good for me equates out to a net positive, but this assumes no one is going to start using nuclear warheads to blow up the world anytime soon. The threat of nuclear war with the Soviet Union was an ever-present concern in the 1960s, and having a healthy fear for what science had developed could be very well understood. The story can still relate today in regards to all of the rapidly advancing technology and how we interact with it. There are starting to be studies done about how we interact with our phones and other devices, and if it is a positive result. This advance in technology could also eventually usher in another downfall. I don't think it will, but it's interesting to ponder the morality of science and the issue of just because we can do something doesn't necessarily mean we should. The fact the apes in the movie have gone down a different path than humans does show an interesting foresight for trying to preserve the culture on the planet. The apes culture still isn't perfect. The movie shows some different types of apes being discriminated against because of their species type. The ape scientists in the film also openly defy the rulers in hopes to prove their theories because they believe in the truth. The struggle for advancement is showing up even in this different culture, even though some know where science eventually leads. Heston as Taylor is a great character to explore the world he has dropped into. Taylor wanted to find life better than man in the universe. Heston does some of his usual overacting in the film, but I think this was a product of the time and the type of movie he was in. I enjoyed his performance and can see why it stood the test of time for the past 50 years. His character was a complex hero. He wasn't a person you would get along with, but you still wanted to see him escape from captivity and prove science and the apes' way of thinking was wrong. I enjoy the hypocritical nature of his character. He wanted to find a world with aliens better than humans, who found a way to get along. He arguably found this, but as soon as he enters it, he wants to change and show how wrong they are. The ape scientists in the film want to change their culture in the name of science, but the combination of religion and science is still too strong to break through in their society. The other stellar aspect of the movie is the makeup done on all of the actors who portray apes. It is still a masterclass in design and execution. All of the actors look fantastic and seemingly realistic for the time. It isn't hard to believe evolution would take the different types of species down this road. The new Apes movies are also pioneering motion capture CG technology, which looks real. When I watch the new films, I believe apes can talk and ride on horses. Both sets of movies helped revolutionize effects and help science fiction movies seem more plausible. The new Apes films would not exist, not only for the initial story, but also because of the effects pioneered in the original movies. Practical effects and makeup might be a dying art, but films like this show the power when it was used effectively. I'm ashamed to say it took me this long to watch the original Planet of the Apes. I now see why it's held in such high regard. The only negatives I have for the film are some of the shot selections used during the action sequence. It felt like shaky cam before shaky cam was a thing. One time during a chase and Taylor is getting away, the camera is turned sideways and focused on him running. This kind of shot just took me out of the movie, but it's my only minor nitpick. I knew the reveal of the movie going in because it's still such an iconic pop culture reference, but I think I might have figured it out even if I didn't. This still doesn't take away from the story, because I think you're supposed to figure it out before Taylor does. If you have never seen the original Planet of the Apes, give it a shot. I found it a very thought-provoking science fiction film and could see myself watching it again. This is a classic that holds up and should be enjoyed by audiences for another 50 years. Comment and let me know what you think of the original Planet of the Apes. Do you think it holds up? Like, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching.